From Vero Beach, Florida to Seattle, Washington, crisscrossing by diagonal, this race team is going about as far as you can from both ends of the country to race ULHRA style. It's the No Excuses race team of Mike and Paula Sadlin, and here on Rooster Tales, we get a chance to talk to these two from Florida as we're into the second week of the 5-week gauntlet, which is those 5 races in 5 weeks, starting in Chamberlain, South Dakota, and now here at Polson, Montana. And then for the next 3 weeks, we'll be in Tri-Cities, Washington, also in Seattle, and in Silverdale, Washington. Hi, I'm John Lynch, voice of ULHRA Racing, along with Mike Sadlin, the co-owner of the No Excuses race team, the LakeTrash.com race team. And first off, Mike, tell us about the drive just getting from Vero Beach into the gauntlet.
John, it's a long way. We were smart enough to break it down. We had actually taken the boat to Detroit, left it there for a couple weeks, flew home to relax, flew back up into Detroit, and drove out here. We, from Chamberlain, it was a good drive. We had a lot of scenery to see out here, although a lot of hills out here. We tore up the brakes. We've got Les Schwab going to take care of the truck on Monday. They're a local sponsor here in Polson for the event, and we talked to them already. They got all the parts coming. But it's a long way, John.
It is, and it's a real dedication for a team that's coming from that far away, because let's face it, most of the teams in ULHRA historically have been from the Seattle area, but it's great to have your team involved. You were in Seattle 2 years ago, and now, this year, knowing that 14 teams will qualify as Unlimited Lights for Seattle, you have qualified for that. You're going to be in Seattle in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we had an opportunity with LakeTrash.com sponsor the event down at Pickwick Landing, which was great. A little bit of television time with Speed Channel. I think it's important that we build the ULHRA going east, and that was a perfect opportunity.
So what are you doing? Let's see if we can get the camera to get a little bit of a shot from under here. And what are you doing for kind of repairs are being handled here?
What we've done, John, is we've taken a piece of Lexan, which is bulletproof, 1/4-inch Lexan, and we've gone outside of the area that was damaged. We'll do a little repairs on the inside with some fiberglass just to strengthen it up, and I think we'll be good to go. At least it won't sink.
A very positive improvement in that case, but it shouldn't have any effect at all over the performance that we've seen such an upgrade of this year.
No. That's in the air area. It's not a water drag issue. We should be fine as far as the speed. I'm not worried about it at all.
Now, speed on the water is something that's not necessarily new to you because you're new to ULHRA racing, but you've had a lot of experience in the offshores. And how does any of that help you here in hydroplanes?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I think it's hurt me more times than it's helped me. And offshore, reading the waves is a big thing, and you spend so much time on the water. When you're out testing in a boat, that's what you're testing. It's not even usually the boat. It's you and the timing of the boat and the waves and how they react. Well, the problem at Valleyfield that I had when I rolled over, the speed is this whole another quantum leap faster. So in Valleyfield, as I drove into the corner, I saw the wave. I said, that's where I want to go. It won't be there when I get there. And in Valleyfield, it was still there, John.
Yeah, it doesn't move down river like some other places, like Chamberlain did just to be, on the Missouri River. But, it's like anything else. Hey, you share something with an awful lot of racers. Even Chip Hanauer's had a time or two with the hatch failing on the bottom. So it's... you're sharing a lot with an awful lot of teams, and they've been there and you're there, but what is really encouraging is how much this team has picked up its performance.
Well, thank you, John. It's this fine line of what's happening with the ULHRA, in my opinion. We need the field to be going as fast as what Kaylee and Greg are, and it takes a lot of effort. I mean, it really does. These guys are honking, and a lot of us aren't as fast as them, and we're doing everything we can with what we have. Love to have a bigger boat, love to have a blower boat, but this is what we got to go with right now.
As we talked about, this is a team from Vero Beach, Florida. Now, that was a long drive to Chamberlain, South Dakota, but also it was a long drive for all of the teams from the Seattle area to get to Chamberlain, which is practically the center of, geographically, of North America. Actually, the true geographical center of North America is Rugby, North Dakota, but close enough to Chamberlain. But anyway, the point is, a long drive there, a long drive for the teams that met in the middle. But let's talk about that race at Chamberlain. It was such a pleasurable event for everybody, and especially when you consider the first thing that we saw when we drove in to Acoma, the other town that's right across the river. You have Chamberlain on one side, Acoma the other side. There's this sign that says Acoma, population 390. And they did what they did last week.
The whole thing was incredible. You know, we got to the town. We came from the other side. We saw the sign that said Chamberlain.
2,500.
2,200 or 2,300 people, and I thought, oh, okay. And we went in. We had some errands. You always have shopping to do when you get at a race site. And we went through the town, and the people were ecstatic. And we also, we are the official apparel of the ULHRA this year. We sell T-shirts, and we have lake trash koozies and things that we sell at a tent. And, you know, we have no idea what to expect. You bring what you think you may be able to sell, and hopefully you have leftovers. And it was incredible. They had close to 10,000 people witness that event at a town of 2,500. Now think of that. How many people are in Seattle, John?
About, well, in that whole market area, about 3 million.
Yeah, think of 9 million people showed up to Seafair.
But a real amount of congratulations to the folks at Chamberlain. And here we come into Polson, Montana, where we're at this week on beautiful Flathead Lake. Actually, we're on the Flathead River where the race course is. And if you can pan out and take a look, we have a little stadium right here where you've got sloping grass on both sides of the race course area, and you're really close. So for the future, and there is going to be a future here with the Anderson Radio Broadcasting Radio Waves Regatta, just like we got a future in Chamberlain as well. We have a lot coming on here. And Paula, what's been your impression of this trip so far?
I'm having a blast. It's been a lot of fun. It's been exciting. His experience at the last race was a little nerve-wracking. But racing is his passion, and he's mine.
There you go. Also, how much driving would you do in a given day on the road trip up?
He will drive from 6 in the morning until midnight, 1 or 2. We get 5 hours sleep, and then we're on the road again. He does not like to sleep. He likes to get where he's going, and then we chill.
Well, fortunately, there's the two of you, and you're not having to drive solo. But you also do something else that's kind of rare, is that you've got a different crew every week.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. We, due to just Paula and I, we try and recruit a few locals to give us a hand. We had a wonderful couple last weekend in Chamberlain. They were absolutely fantastic. By the end of the weekend, I had him doing almost everything on the boat. This weekend, we've got a boy coming in tomorrow to give us a hand, and his brother, I believe, is coming, and it's great. You know, I can do all the work myself. All the mechanicals, I'm well within my capacity, glass, all that stuff, the years of all the stuff that I've done, but I can't hold the boat while I'm strapping myself in.
Great run so far for the Gauntlet, and they're going to continue onward. We saw such great performance last weekend. We expect to see more of it, and hopefully less water in the cockpit then for them. But we hope you've enjoyed this opportunity to meet a little bit more up close and personal with the No Excuses race team. Remember, go to laketrash.com, click on the No Excuses Racing logo link, and find out more about laketrash.com and Mike and Paula Savlin and their No Excuses race team. I'm John Lynch for Rooster Tales.